Alright guys, welcome to a new video on the 1989 Kawasaki Kx125. Last video on this thing, we got the new power valves in, we got the head gasket fixed, we got everything put back together, and we started it up for the first time, and we found out that the head gasket was leaking. So I put a little bit of gasket sealer on the gasket, and that sealed up the head really nice. We have no leaks whatsoever now. We fixed all the problems and we started it up, and it sounded okay. It sounded a lot better, but it wasn't perfect. At the end of the video, it opened up a lot more and sounded actually pretty good, so I thought it was fixed. But I turned off the camera and started it up again, and it kind of bogged out a little bit, and I was like, what's going on with that? So I did some more research online, and one guy on the forum said he had a similar thing to my bike. He said that his power valves broke off, kind of like this. Got power valves over here. These are the old ones that came out of it. You can see this piece broke off of here, so we're missing that whole piece right there. And the guy on the forum said that his power valves were stuck in the pipe and clogging up the pipe. Now I was like, come to think about it, I never got those pieces out of the pipe because I couldn't find them. So I'm like, I wonder if that's the problem. So I came up the next day, took off the pipe, and sure enough, there's a big piece lodged right in the pipe right over here. And there's no way that was coming out and stuck unless you pounded it out. So it was right before the silencer, big chunk of it was stuck in the pipe. And that was the cause to all the problems. So I took out the little piece, and it fired right up, and now it revs out completely, hits the power band, does everything it should do, and yeah, it sounds so much better. We're gonna take this thing out to my parents' house, rip it around for a bit, see if those new power valves are installed correctly. It should hit the power band correctly when we ride it. I have not ridden it yet for the first time, so it should be fun. It'll be the first real ride since I bought this thing, which was like 6 months ago. It's just been sitting in the back of the garage forever. So today is finally the day we get to enjoy this thing for the first time. And it's like a perfect day. It's so sunny out, nice, so it'll be a great day for a ride. All right, bike's all loaded up, ready to go. Pretty clean bike. Everything's on there tight. Alright, let's hit the road. Alright, made it out to my parents' house. We're going to do a quick compression test just to make sure it's got good compression, because we just rebuilt the top end a little bit ago. And then we'll check the oil, check everything, make sure it's good to go, and then attempt the first ride. Alright, let's do a quick compression test, see where we're at. I have not checked compression on this thing yet. I think when I bought it, it had pretty good compression. I think like 140, if I remember correctly. Let's just see here. What do we have? It's probably really black. I'm running so rich for so long. It's actually really white. It's black on one end of it right there, you can see. But it's actually pretty white. That might be a brand new plug though. So we'll see, we'll check it after the first ride again, just to make sure everything's tuned up correctly. We want it to be nice and brown. This is the compression tester I use. What is it called here? Everyone wants to know. There's a lot of cheap ones that don't work online. Mighty Vac compression test model MV5530. So that's the one I use. It's been really good, really accurate. I like it so far. But let's get that set up here. My guess is like probably right around 140, but we'll see. You guys keep an eye on that. We're going to do throttle open. See what happens here. Ooh, that's pretty good. We're at 155. I'll take it. So 155 for compression is pretty good for 125. Alright, compression's great. We got everything back on there. Spark plug back installed. Let's check the coolant here. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's topped off. Perfect. Coolant is good. Hasn't moved at all. Then the oil, we just did the oil change. So that's good. I just lubed up the chain. So everything is looking good here. We'll check the oil here quick, just to make sure it's not white. And that's perfectly clear. And then in the window, it's still filled up all the way. So it doesn't look white at all. So the water pump seal is still good. See how much gas we have in here. Should probably mix up some new gas for it. Yeah, we're pretty low on gas. We're gonna mix up some 40-1 for it, and then we'll hit the trails. Alright, sorry ahead of time for the wind, but just gonna have to deal with it. The silencer definitely needs repacking, so I'm gonna be wearing some earplugs because it's really, really loud. Let's see how she runs here. Hopefully good. Sounds like the pipe is plugged up again. Very strange. I might have to quick take off the pipe again and see if there's another piece of that power valve in there. Alright, so first ride didn't go so well. It's doing the same thing. Sounds like it's like bogging down really bad. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to take off the silencer and check down the pipe one more time just to make sure that that's not the issue. Hopefully I got all the power valves out, but I'm not sure. So we'll do that quick, see if it's out of there. And if it is, then I'm not really sure what it could be. It's gotta be the carburetor then, because we've got good compression. So, I don't know, something is causing it to run weird. Alright, took the silencer off and looked down the pipe. There's no blockage. You can stick the screwdriver down there. So there's nothing blocking there. I did notice, however, that I had the gas off, and as the gas gradually began being used up, it revved up a lot more. I'm thinking something's going on with the carburetor, and maybe the float height is wrong. So we're gonna take out the carburetor, try to get to that float, and see if we can change that float height a little bit. Alright, just looked up the stock jetting for this thing, and it's a 155 main, 52 pilot, 4th clip, and then 1.5 turns out. And unfortunately, this is the same thing, 155 main, 52 pilot, 1.5 turns out in the air screw. So, yeah, I don't know. I changed the float height up a little bit, so we'll try that next. But I don't know, something's going on with this thing. I don't know if the needle's leaking and it's causing it to flood out, or what is going on. I might have to order up a new carburetor or something, or a new rebuild kit. But yeah, this thing's been nothing but trouble. We'll see if that fixes it, and I'll show you guys what it does when it runs out of gas. We'll throw the GoPro on either way, and I'll show you guys what's happening. Alright, carburetor float height has changed. Let's see what happens here. Alright, sounds a little bit better. Let's go take it for a test drive with the GoPro and see if it improved at all. Alright, let's see if this does anything. Float height's changed. We're getting less gas, so technically it should run better, because as the gas ran out, it was running better. So, in theory, it should work. This thing's getting kind of annoying. I just want to ride it. I spent so much money on it, and I would like to enjoy it, so hopefully this works. Come on, baby. Nope. You kidding me? That's full throttle right there. Ah. Sounds really bad. Now watch this though. I'm gonna turn off the gas here. Get her in the neutral here. Alright, gas is turned off. Now watch how it gets better. Gas is completely turned off. See, it revs out more. Something's going on with the carburetor. Huh. I don't know. Sounds like crap though. What the heck? I can't figure this bike out. It's running really weird. Alright, changing the float height didn't do anything. If anything, it made it worse probably. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. It's very confusing. It's got good compression. Power valves were just changed. Pipe is clear. Oh, there's gotta be something with the carburetor, I would think. Something we're missing. I just don't know what that would be. I'm gonna try to see if Chuck's Kx125, if that carburetor will fit on there. It's a key-in carb. I don't know if it's the same diameter, but we can check. So I'll quick grab that out of there and see if we can swap it over. Alright guys, so while I was taking off the carburetor for this to swap out with Chuck's Kx125 over here, I had the carburetor all off and everything. You can see. I found out that the needle clip was in the lowest position on it. So it was making it really rich. Because when it's in the lowest position, the notch is way down here, which is lifting up the needle, allowing more gas to flow in. So it was causing it to be super rich. So I think that might have been the ticket right there. We moved it up to the second to the top notch. So hopefully that helps a little bit. If not, we'll play with it a little bit more, and we'll probably go to the top notch if it doesn't work, because it does say recommended setting is the 4th notch. But I don't want to lean it out too much and blow it up, so we'll try this setting, throw on the GoPro, and hopefully this works. I'm so sick of working on this bike. Alright, this is about my 8th test with this bike. Hopefully that needle clip position, moving it up, which leans it out a little bit more, is the culprit. We will see here. I just want to go rip this thing through the trails. I don't want to work on it. Alright. Alright, here we go. Come on, baby. Please, God, let this work. Oh, it's idling. That's a good sign. Oh, baby, that sounds good. That might be the fix right there. It's a little bit better. Oh, it's opening up. Let's take her on the road here. Sounds better. Definitely sounds better. Revs out a little bit. Might have to go one more notch up. Sounds pretty lean. I don't know. You guys think it sounds lean? Better than it was, for sure. We'll take her back home and maybe move it up a notch. Sounds pretty lean. Holy cow. I don't know. Alright, so moving the clip upwards on the needle definitely improved. It revs out now, but not all the time. You can hear it kind of like in and out of revving up high. So maybe the clip needs to be moved up one more notch, because I think it might be too rich yet still. We are going to check the plug next and see if that's black. If it's black, we're gonna go up one more. If it's still white, it might be too lean. I don't know, it's hard to tell. So I got the plug out. It still looks really white. So I don't know if we didn't run it long enough or what, but it's starting to get black on one side, but it's still really, really white. So that tells me that it's lean. But it's acting like it's rich because we moved that needle position up. All right, we're gonna move this one notch up to the last peg. So we've got one more shot at this. Otherwise, probably gonna have to rejet this thing. You can see it's all the way almost up to the last groove. We've got one more groove to go. Getting pretty sick of taking this thing off, the carburetor. Alright, there we go. Reinstall it. And try again. Trial and error. Alright, let's try this one last time here. Needle position is all the way to the top notch. It's leaned out as much as possible on the needle. So we will see if that helps. Last time it helped a little bit, so hopefully this is the fix for it. I do see the carb's leaking a little bit, so maybe that's affecting it. But yeah. Let's see here. A lot better so far. Sounds pretty good. I don't know if it's too lean or not. Might be a little bit. I don't know, it sounds pretty lean. Definitely better. I'm afraid it's too lean though. Alright, so just got back from that ride with the clip in the last position, making it extremely lean on the needle. And it ran a lot better. It strings out and doesn't break up as much. It still breaks up a little bit, so I think we're still needing to mess with the jetting a little bit. I'm just afraid it's going to be too lean because we're at the last setting. This thing doesn't have an aftermarket silencer on it, so I'm not really sure why that would be a problem. It should just use stock jets and be fine. It does have Boyson reeds, so maybe that's an issue. Not really sure. All right, we got the speedometer hooked up. We're gonna do a quick tap speed run just to see how well this thing is running. I think it might be running a little bit lean. I checked the plug again. It is black on one side now permanently, so you know, it could be it's just we haven't run it long enough to see. But the carburetor continuously leaks. I think the needle for the float isn't sealing out the gas properly, and that's probably why it's running a little bit rich, and that's why you have to move the needle up, so it's like a false richness. But yeah, we'll probably have to get a rebuild kit for the carburetor, rebuild the carburetor, and then this thing should be good to go. That was almost 60 right there. Not running too bad. Here we go. 42. 53. 57. 60 we hit. It's not too bad. Official top speed was 62.32 miles an hour. Not too bad for a 125. We definitely need a new jet kit to make this thing run properly. We're gonna get a new jet kit and then probably all new jets and see if that clears up the issue, because it's really close. It just breaks up a little bit, and I'm guessing that's the problem. If you look in here, you can see the gas leaking. It's like a slow leak, yeah, right there. So I think the float and the needle isn't shutting off the gas, and it's just continuously flowing. It's probably like a very slow leak in there, and it's causing it to be too rich. That's my guess. Sounds lean, but it's probably just too rich. But yeah, that's the update on the 89 Kx125. I'm happy we got it close to running good today. I almost gave up on it there. This thing's really a pain in the butt right now, but we got it pretty close, and next video it should be perfect with that new jet kit. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, we are out.